Welcome to my first episode of Tips and Tricks series. It's gonna be a series where I'm gonna showcase tips and tricks for all the legends, probably, and hopefully. It's gonna be meant for beginners, but doesn't need to. Today is the first episode. I wanted to go on with my main, Pathfinder. For him, I wanted to show his grapple, his passive ability. It got a lot of cool features with it and people like to use it, so I think we could start. Okay, so the first grapple trick I want to show with him is the normal grapple that you need to know, but because a lot of beginners grapple just like press their L1 or I don't know what's on the PC and just grapple. Well, that's a really bad option to use, cause you can't rotate. I mean, you could, but it's really bad, and you can't do other stuff. But if you grapple and wait till your grapple hit the ground, just press X. I'm gonna tug this for PlayStation, by the way. I'm not really used for PC and Xbox, so press X when it hit the ground, and you're just gonna jump, and you can go faster, and you can rotate even more. Look at this. 10 times better. And don't just grapple onto something. It's pretty bad. For this normal grapple that beginners do, I'm gonna show that in later for a new tip. So the second one I wanna go over is the swing grapple, as I call it. It's a kind of a grapple where you grapple onto something, but don't press X. It's where you move your right stick in the left or right direction. You see this bone here? I'm gonna grapple on it and just move my right stick to right, then left and right, and I just come up here. Not just grapple on this and come here, or hit the ground and fall down or something. This is a lot better and easier to get on high grounds, and you can trick your opponents or something. It's pretty useful. The third one I want to go over is a engaging grapple. That's how I call it. That's my name. So it's not the name for a grapple. It's if you're in a fight and you see, let's say, this dummy over here, and you're behind this fool. You know that he's there, and he knows that you're here. Let's say he's gonna rush here, and you're here. You take advantage when you have your gun. Don't need to, but you grapple here, press X, do that grapple, you come over here, come behind him and just shoot at him. It's pretty useful. You can take cover. You can jump on your opponent like this. Or you can just maybe do this. And just take cover behind and shoot like this. It's pretty useful for battles if you're in somewhere where there's not much space for your big grapple, the swing grapple or something. It's a pretty useful one. So the fourth one I want to go over is taking advantage of high ground. With Pathfinder, he's a really good supportive character, but he's really good at getting to high ground and taking better positions mid-fight, or just taking better positions to have or camp or something. So let's say we see this tower over here, and we have this bone. Usually people or normal legends, somebody that can't, I mean Octane and jump heads and stuff can, but somebody will come here and needed to climb all the way just to get to the tower. But if you're a Pathfinder, it's much easier. You can just go on this bone, use your swing grapple, and you're already on the tower. I mean, get the closer or maybe on if you do it a bit better. I messed up here. You can come here in a 10 times faster way than just climbing around on these rocks, then going to stairs and stuff. It's much faster and better. The fifth one I want to go over is one that I called the glitch grapple. And the glitch grapple, it's a really funny, not this really useful, but it's a really cool grapple that you can use to trick your opponent or just mess around and stuff. So see, here's my opponent, and I'm kind of, and actually it's a pretty good grapple, and he's shooting at me. let's say, want to wait for my teammates, I could grapple away, but let's see, there's not much obstacles next to me. You take the ground, you grapple, press X, and just do this. Swing with your right stick. Oh no, I messed it up. Sorry. Swing with your right stick, like this. Why is it not? It's not. Oh, it's not working because it. Swing with your right stick, and you can just go around, make circles, and it's really hard for your opponent to hit you if he doesn't have some Spitfire or something that hit more bullets than one. It's a pretty good way to dodge stuff, and well, like I already said, so I really recommend using it. And that's pretty much it for that grapple. And for the 6th grapple, or tip I want to use, it's bringing people to you. Bringing an enemy. That's a pretty good way. If somebody's running away, you can just come to them, make you grapple on them, and just grapple them to you, and then shoot them. If you have like a shotgun or something, it's gonna aim for the head because they're right next to you, and you can see if I'm close to somebody, you're just gonna shoot to the head. It's a pretty good way, or maybe even if you're. Just give me a sec. No, never mind. If you're lost somewhere and you want to get to your opponent, here, let me give you an example. You're losing and you're getting away from your opponent. Just try to grapple onto him, and you will either bring him to you, or you're gonna climb closer to him. It's a pretty good way of engaging. Yes, it's meant for engaging. So the 7th or 8th, I forgot. It's the grapple for, how is it called? The grapple onto zip lines. If you have a zip line and you're pretty far away, you can grapple on that zip line with your grapple. Oh yeah, I can take it here. So there's an enemy chasing you. You can take on the zipline and get to the high ground and just wait for them. You don't need to run all the way to zipline and press square to get on it. You can just come here, he's chasing you, just press L1 and you get immediately on the zipline. You go on the zipline, the enemy is all the way down there, and you just wait for him. That's one of the most useful tips you can use for Pathfinder, and it's really good for escaping and maybe even rushing, where we're gonna get now. For rushing, you can also use the grapple on the zipline, but when you grapple on it, you swing, use the swing grapple, so you don't go on the zipline, but you trick your enemy onto going for the zipline, and you just grapple from the zipline onto somebody and then shoot them. It's a pretty good way of tricking and engaging somebody. They get confused and they think you're gonna go on the zipline, but you're actually not gonna go on zipline. You're gonna go and rush them. And the 9th one is as well gonna be zipline one. For this one, you wanna go onto zipline. Oh, I forgot what's about this one. Oh my god. Oh yes. Well, let me find a good obstacle for that right here. For this one, if you have 2 zip lines, you can go onto one zipline, grapple like this, swing. Never mind, I need to do it from here. Okay. You're gonna go grapple on this zipline. Let's get closer. You grapple on the zipline, and if you grapple on that, that's lag. So when you grapple on the zipline, I'm gonna do the swing grapple. Fuck me, it's a bit of a harder one. You're gonna go onto this grapple, you're gonna swing, and then you're gonna go here and jump on this grapple. And after that, you jump and shoot your enemy. It's a pretty useful way of going around ziplines and just tricking your enemy, because it's pretty hard to hit them if you're going fast on something and running away from that thing at the same time. And the 10th one, or no, I don't know, the 11th one. For that one, it's gonna be a how is it called? I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't got no more ziplines tricks for this episode, but I wanted to think of one that's also a pretty useful one, and I just can't seem to remember it. Yes. If you're going onto a zipline and your enemy doesn't seem to be following you, you can just grapple them while you're on the zipline. It's kind of a harder. Get an ultimate accelerant real quick. It's kind of a hard task right here in firing range. I could maybe get the clip in game, but pretty lazy to do that. So let's say we have a zipline here, and I'm on this zipline. I go on the zipline, but I grapple. I should have done it for that direction. Damn it! Fucking hell. You zipline, when you go into a zipline, you grapple your enemy. So you just look at this, like this. Pretty good thing, because you fall when you grapple them, and they totally lose control because you're going fast. And if you jump off the zipline, they can't move, so they're gonna lose control and fall down as well. So these are not gonna be grapple tips anymore, but they're gonna be Pathfinder tips for you to know if you're using Pathfinder. So the first tip you must know is the Pathfinder's grapple can reach the 20 meter. That's, as you can see, yeah, it's from 18 to 20, depends on where you're going, but it's mostly 20. Say 14 meters. Wait, let me ping it right here. 14 meters, 17, 18, 19, 20. There you go. You can grapple exactly to that point. It's 19 meters, so that's the maximum range for your grapple. And the second one is your grapple now with this update recharges. It depends on how long are you gonna grapple. If you grapple for short way, it's gonna be the lowest case. I think it's, I'm not sure, I think it's, let me see, I think it's gonna be, let me see, 10 seconds. Oh, that's pretty bad actually. 10 seconds if you grapple somewhere really close. With the golden helmet, I think it's 8 seconds. And if the 20 meter one, that's 25 seconds without the helmet and 21 with the helmet. If you were, I think this is how it is, but when you do the grapple, I think your time counts if you're sliding as well. So that's why I always recommend to, oh yeah, this is the one I wanted to talk about, I forgot to say this on the 12th tip, is to, when you grapple, you want to go somewhere, as you can see here, as you can see here, fuck the targets. One. Was it not? Okay, there we go. If you see, why is it so glitched? Excuse me on this one, people, but if there you go. You grapple, you wait the whole, how is it, few seconds to grapple. Even though there's a faster way you can do it, if you grapple, you can just press square and you don't have your grapple held on the thing you grappled on anymore. So that's also a pretty useful thing if you want to get somewhere faster, because the grapple is holding you back and you're trying to get somewhere. Just press square, it's gonna stop your grapple. It's gonna break it, and it's a pretty useful thing as well. So I think that's gonna be it. If I forgot some things, just make sure to comment it, please. And I'll see you in the next one, people. Bye.